Rumors. We are always looking for the perfect glass. Now, I am at peace of mind right now because I just purchased my 24 to 50 G glass, which I'm using right now to record this episode, but I saw a few rumors about new Tamron. As you know, guys, I was using the 28 to 75 G2 with great satisfaction. This lens, it's not so actual anymore because it has been released like 4 years ago. So Tamron, there are some rumors that they will be working on actualizing this G2 version with a different focal range. Actually, it might be a 28 to 70 f2. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One Lens Only, and yes, we are discussing yet another E-mount glass. It's not by chance that E-mount is the one that has been populated the most with third-party glasses offerings. So in this case, Tamron, it's partnering with Sony because Sony acquired part of the shares of Tamron, and this is why I warmly recommend you go for Tamron, especially if you have a Sony camera, because it's my humble opinion, not confirmed, it's just my 2 cents, that the AF works better than any other third-party glass on Sony cameras. So I think that Tamron outpaces Sigma and of course Viltrox and all the Chinese producers for cheap, but those, if you go for those glasses, you are having other drivers driving your choice. So I would put them aside for a while because we're talking about this rumor about eventually this 28 to 75 G2, which is already a decent glass. I used it 4 months for my professional job because I'm shooting portraits, and so 75mm gives me enough compression, so then the clients are happy because they have this separation from the background. And f2.8, it's not super fast, but it's fast enough to have decent result. Not to forget the price I got it for, which was 650 euros, shipping and taxes included. So quite the bargain for the glass. And if you are a pro, you know that the gear has to repay by itself. So when you are purchasing a Sony G Master glass, which is 2-3K, then you will have to consider the amortization throughout many years, at least fiscal years. In this case, the Tamron, I purchased it, and with the very first shooting, it was already paid back. So it was a great bargain because honestly, your clients will not notice the difference from a good quality to a very good quality in their photos. And so you want to have the best quality possible to deliver, because eventually this is how you build your reputation. And so with Tamron, I never felt any luck. I didn't feel it was letting me down. Eventually I switched to a G glass, but because I wanted to experience it myself. I never had a G glass before. This is not a G Master either, but I can see the difference in price and in quality, of course, but Tamron is good enough. Now, what they are discussing in Tamron is that this 28 to 75 G2 is already a very decent glass. So in order to update it, they might eventually, I found the info somewhere on Rumour's websites. You know, I'm always browsing Rumour websites when I'm bored because I want to stay up to date and see if I am missing anything relevant. And this might be the case because when Sony released the 28 to 70 f2 glass, well, for that glass, of course, the quality is super high, it's super sharp, it's super bright, well defined, great coatings, great motors for the autofocusing, tracking, whatever you want to have, you have it in the glass, but it's $2,000-$3,000 to purchase that glass. And so if you are not a professional photographer, you might not want to spend that much money for a glass, and you might go eventually for this Tamron. So eventually they will change the focal length, or will this be a new glass? I don't know why they are considering the up-to-date version of the 28 to 75 to be a 28 to 70. In my humble opinion, it's a totally different glass, but maybe it's replacing it for I don't know what reasons. And f2, it's not so faster than the actual f2.8, but the real difference is that despite Nowadays, glasses, contemporary glasses are performing already wide open, and it was the case for the Tamron G2. I never had to complain, and I was shooting in f2.8 many times. Well, if you close it down, of course, you will benefit from more definition. It will be sharper, less fringement, less color, troubles, issues, whatever. It's a better result. So f2.8, when you close down to f4, it starts performing well, but more or less all the glasses perform very well when they're closed down to f8. So the sooner you start closing down, if you start from f2 and f4, it will be already outperforming the actual glass that was outperforming the original G1. I don't even think it was called G1 version. That was still the 28-75, not G2 glass. So I saw this leap improvement with G2 glasses. I would recommend only G2 Tamron glasses, not the original ones. This is the reason why, despite I was charmed by the 20-40, I never purchased it, because it was not a G2 glass. And so it's not just a walk around glass. I work with my gear, so I want to deliver very good quality photos. So guys, stay tuned. Go for this 28-75 G2. It's actually discounted and might be a bargain. Or if you want to wait for the new version, please be aware that you will have a bit less compression, because it only goes to 70mm, but it's a bit, just a tad faster with that f2. So stay tuned, because we're gonna follow up on the release on Tamron and on the price, and eventually we'll see if I can put my big hands on a glass like that and try it out for you, and let me know what my impressions are. And with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any videos to come, and I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye bye.